Hello, Leo, to another timeless, the love variant reading, where we discuss anything and however love may be present or absent in your life. Please bear in mind a few things before we get started. I am Master Seventh who reads these energies, for I am a master healer. And please know that if you'd like any of my services, to check out the description box below to see how you can get in contact in booking tarot or remote healing session for wherever you are on this earthly realm. Feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific, so gravitate to the energies how you are discerning them. And to remember, Leo, that these messages may offer universal justice if you're here in Leo being in your Sun rising and or Venus and or Jupiter position. My apologies. Sun rising and or Jupiter position. However, if you are Leo in your Moon, Mercury, and or Venus position, you may be in search of emotional redemption that this reading may not provide. So go and check out my sister channel in the link below, for there are timeless messages over there that may assist you at this time. All right, Leo, let's get into your reading. It may be time for someone to practice within the alchemy of fire. Please do so with safety in mind. What this means is, for those of you who become triggered with candle magic in a positive, that's coming up. Candle magic gets controversial for me as a master healer due to the fact that if you're going to be working with someone who burns candles for you, make sure that you see the burning of the candle. All work should be done in front of you. In regards to using elements or material means. Also, incense. So some of you can practice your own spiritual gifts by realigning your intuition, watching the magic of smoke, watching and feeling which direction, north, south, east, and west, to kind of help you navigate through your emotions. All right, so we're gonna go right in for Leo. I'm gonna get some opening messages before I get into the way I've been reading as of late. Let's see. Thumbs up. I'm hearing 3 cards, so I wait for these 3. We have 4 of Wells is 4 of Cups energy. And so, being young and dipped in folly, I fell in love with melancholy. Two of Quills, 2 of Swords. Believe nothing you hear and only half that you see. And then we have the High Priestess. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. It's very powerful. Energies present, asking you to navigate through the rest of the reading, truly getting to the depth of your intuition and navigating through all that you're about to hear with honesty and heightened senses. And to remember that doing so, this is a collective general reading. Whatever hits, hits. Whatever is for you is for you. Whatever is not, is not. All right. Let's see what's in the death position for Leo. The Five of Pentacles. Letting go the need to want to anticipate the control of change. Not everything can be controlled. And what is inevitable that desires controlling can be done so internally. For internally is where you strive to gain more mental control, more spiritual control, more physical control, and more emotional control of thyself. Navigating in the depths of your emotions and allowing them to speak is accepting and honoring shadow work, because that of which you feel is not brought up to light. It's in the secrets of where it is that you are within your skin. And it's time to voice and bring awareness to these feelings. And in doing so with the utmost sensitivity to yourself and the utmost sense of righteousness, to think twice before acting, to listen threefold time when something has done and something has been done, to understand the lesson, and to navigate with maturity and rising above self, to be able to accept that whatever maturity speed that you're on, that's your level of speed. There is no need to wonder about time, age, credit, legacy, when the variables of life have never remained true to the way that internally you feel at loss. The biggest mistake is to feel unaligned within and needing to control the external life. That triggers a reminder that internally you are not balanced, yet you are afraid to let these shifts occur, because journeying through emotions is such a sensitive, raw experience that you don't want to do it alone. And Ether asks you, for all the moments that you find yourself in glee and spiritual strength in your day-to-day routine, in your moments of life, when you resort to something bigger than yourself, whom do you report to? Whom do you ask of to show you the way? Who do you listen to? Whom do you call upon? What navigates the allowance for yourself to give yourself more permission? What is that? And if that is something that resonates with you, then you must know that no matter what the world, people, situations, circumstances may offer you, whether it's in glee, jubilee, or detriment and loss and death, that there is always a niche that catches you, because you truly know, and the root of it, you are not alone. All right, let's see what's in the what's happening position. What's happening for Leo? Four of Pentacles. Makes sense. Because the lesson is that lesson is control. The assignment is to figure out what control means to you. And then the subtext is what is doing the controlling. And then what is it controlling? And who is doing the controlling? And once you realize the narrative goes vast and beyond to whatever it is that you believe in, whether it be political, whether it be judicial, whether it be financial, whether it be love and emotional, whether it be any kind of connection that you'd like to establish with something other than yourself, that narrative needs some chiseling, some perspective, some maturity, some finite, I'm hearing the word transgression, and a transcription, because there's a lot of things that this individual who resonates with this reading has experienced through a judicial form, through economical means, through social means, and I'm also hearing behind that this person is more in the class of, like, the system would be maybe more a sociopath and a narcissist and a psychopath. And there's like a weird switch. Like, it's like there are people who are afraid to tap into the true essence of themselves, because doing so would navigate them to give themselves permission to seek validation in these emotions. So sometimes it means acting out. And when you act out in the presence of other people, that is not maybe a safe space. Their opinion of what you're doing might accrue quote unquote harm to you trusting your inner emotions and acting upon them. Now, there's two folds that people will listen to shit like this and like, ooh, I can do harm, let me go do that shit. It's not. The individual who wants to feed darkness with validity of light won't go so far, besides vehemently learning the lessons that the light that teaches you to take the decision and to do harm carries far more purity than it does impurity. And causing impurity with purity causes the individual who uses it now in this time and space, from this 2020 and beyond calendar year, it's a much faster sense of consequence that happens. So I would tread very carefully in wanting to control a narrative that you know damn well is not up to you to control. The controlling that comes are for those individuals who feel that they have a journey to return home. Returning home is returning back to who you are by accepting that the within that has a story, that wants to break free, that wants to live, that wants to breathe, that wants to be romantic, that wants to be sensitive, that wants to touch and emote and live through the senses of human touch. Their intuition has been active for all of their existence, and that intuition is a language that has no words. And as a human, being able to put life to this feeling is being able to try to communicate and transcribe what it is that this intuition is processing, is experiencing. You have the intelligence to mature more into that knowing and to accrue more wisdom in doing so for thyself. That's your journey of sovereignty. That's a journey of understanding the full alchemy of who you are, and at least beginning the journey of wanting to. So fire is the element of bringing chaos. That's why the beginning reading was burning all the shit away that doesn't bring, it's not who you are. It's not what it is that you're capable of. Water is not going to get you there, because in water you like to engage your emotion. Air is not going to bring you there, because air, you're too busy allowing it to ground you. And it's not going to be on earth, because you've been traveling on earth for as long as you have, and it has nothing to do with actually like traveling, but existing on earth and reporting your spirit back to earth energy here. That it's the fire element within you, Leo, that needs to spark up more interest to get you to understand why you are a fire sign in the artistry of astrology. Let's see what's in the what happened position. You get so stuck in critiquing and judging another person, watching people, critiquing their moves, their manners, their discipline, their ego. That should come, that comes first in life, because the system or the people around you that try to raise you, try to teach you survival and how to function in society. That is actually the last thing that one should learn, because surviving means understanding yourself in any nanosecond of a moment, because your consciousness can save you in that second. Which means you can't have distraction worrying about another individual. Even if it comes down to, punching your ego and saying you can't worry about your children. Yes, the ones you gave birth to, the ones that you're watching over, the ones that you're nurturing and spending all your time and essence and money on. They do not come first. You come first. Your marriage does not come first. You come first. Your husband and wife does not come first. You come first. It's a very powerful message here from the Empress coming through that in the what happened position. But that's in the what happened position. You're in this energy of the Empress, giving life, giving birth, wanting to be participating, being a wonderful mother, being a wonderful father, being a wonderful partner, wonderful friend, wonderful person. And life seems great. And maybe the beginning of the reading was so deep that you're searching for it even to resonate. And you don't have to search for it. Yet what keeps you here means that something beyond you or beyond the knowing of the moment makes somewhat sense. Even if the story just sounds good and you want to keep listening. It doesn't mean the story is yours. You just want to listen. It's like every good novel, it's like you didn't write the novel, but you feel maybe immersed as if the story is written about you, or the song, or that painting over there, or the paintings to come, the songs to come. There's a connection that ultimately brings us all home, as much as it divides us on a constant daily basis. And the way that it divides us is the fact that people don't really know how to respect an individual, especially if they like them. If you dislike someone, then you just dislike someone. It's like you just don't deal with the fact anymore, besides giving your own dramatic stress that the person just doesn't fuck with you, or that you just don't fuck with them. But when you like people, generally, whether you're a nice person or you actually find someone nice in one way, or you are nice, people may like you, but it doesn't mean they respect you. And that goes back to the deep philosophical journey of like the mother-child relationship, the maternal energy, non-gender specific. I don't care who the mother is, but the energy that's doing the mothering. Mothering is a big thing that houses nurturing and discipline all in the same tongue. Whether or not it can be achieved in the same word, that's a challenge. That's where it's hard for some individuals to have a really great relationship with their mother energy, and some to have a really close relationship, but then seeing that the closeness has maybe not also reached a level of being able to mature. The reason why it's still somewhat negative is that if it were in the highest vibration, no one would be sitting here at this time listening to the reading, whether it's one person listening to the reading or one person liking the video or 50,000 people. It's a story that sounds good and someone's resonating with it. Are you liked or are you being respected? Do you like or are you doing the respecting? Which comes first? Which is more necessary? So much to unpack here, but all right, anyway, we're gonna move on. Where to look for Leo? Page of Wands, the fire energy, the ego. Where to look? Finding the navigational point of interest within yourself. Understanding where you've matured and what kind of maturity you've accrued at this point. And who do you have in this longevity of a life path to bring stature to your existence. And some of you look around and are feeling obsolete, like you don't really have that person. And you're really longing for that connection. And you're really searching for the wisdom to understand how you can be comfortable and not live a life that's chaotic, but live a life that's adventurous and exciting and youthful and delicious and passionate and intriguing. And it can be done in a singlehood. It can be done alone. You don't have to be with anyone. And you can learn that being single, you'll end up being with a person, and then boom, you're not single anymore. What is the question of what it is that you have already has an answer as to why you don't have it. And denial keeps you holding on from paying attention to the wrong idea and being liked rather than respected because you stand for your truth. All right, let's see why you are here, Leo. Why are you here? Why are you here, Leo? Yeah, I mean, duh. That's like a duh. Ace of Wands, fire energy that I picked up in the beginning of the reading. Taking control of understanding what the alchemy of your ego is. A lot of you are watching Leo readings and are just being immersed with bringing so much drama and the narrative to want to control the energy and the situation. I hear the word dogma, like on repeat. It's driving me nuts. And like, okay, some of you are also in this like sorority or fraternity and this community of brotherhood, womanhood, like, it's so weird. It's so like gender specific. That's the problem. But then every time you go to an energy reading and you get your information to try to like feed your ego, feed whatever it is that you're feeding. I'm sorry that I'm triggering the word ego, but that's essentially what it is because it's not a personal reading. This is like taking all the substance but not really knowing what to do with it, and it's listening to all the emotional drama and wanting to anticipate the change and holding people accountable for gaslighting you. It's all external shit that you're worrying about. The goal is to have you understand, not the Empress energy. The goal is have you understand here the 3 cards in the beginning. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. Jesus. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. This is the energy. You can feel the shift in the reading that this energy brings you back to. And then when we focus back to the Empress energy, it goes below that energy and it's asking you, what the fuck are you doing? It feels beneficial because there's a lot of fucking power behind it, and then you look at your life and you're like, oh, okay, wow, all right, wow, I can do a lot with what I have, you know? But then if you look closer and closer, you feel like money goes up and down, relationship goes up and down, like people keep taking from you, and it's energy that you're taking, and you see yourself being bedridden and like having to replenish. Like there's so much being robbed from you that you don't even realize this whole entire time you've actually been gaslighting your spiritual self, your higher intuition that wants to align you through everything that you have already been experiencing with your subtle intuition that you already know sometimes brings you to a very interesting location because at least it brought you here. The element of curiosity bestows you well. It's understanding the emotional drama that you also keep nurturing, that it's exhaustive for the timeline of your past, present, and future. Let's see how to harmonize. Yeah, look at that. I was just going to say, you got holding on to the 2 wands because he said a wand here and a wand here. It's just about controlling thyself here. What are you going to focus on with the 2 of wands energy? This is a lot of minor energy kind of just underneath the Empress energy. These are cycles that you put yourself in, some knowingly, some by choice, some by just opportunity, and a lot because of experience. And you have a lot of wisdom that you could bring to why you've traveled as much as you've traveled, because there are things that you've picked up and put down, like literally like seeds sprouting on these wands here that are just asking you to just accrue with the healing energies of time, which is about self-acceptance, self-care, and self-consciousness. Accepting self-conscientiousness, not being self-conscious, not being shy and quote-unquote weak, but being powered and empowered in what it is that you are and pick up so well. Doesn't matter if you speak your tongue and people feel smaller around you. That's okay. They take from you anyway. And the more that they feel small around you, but they keep showing up to all these gatherings, should make your ego stand out a bit higher in the regards that you need to start becoming more in control of understanding the narrative of when people are taking your energy just by the mere thought of you. All right, let's see what's in the birthing position, please, for Leo. Wow, okay. Still, there was a King of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles. It's still the wrong idea of what it means to control your own narrative. It's not about allocating responsibility. It's taking your own responsibility. It's not saying, oh, my ego is so spiritually strong right now, I have to make no choices. No. The Empress makes fucking choices at the cost of whatever. the cost of whatever. It's about understanding the whole message from beginning to end now, and where that question takes you. Alright, let's see. What's in the birthing position for Leo? I have no idea how long it's been on pause now, because I forgot. The screen time's out. Alright, we're gonna push forward and whatever, because it's about the message anyway. So, sorry if that visually was a disturbance, but hopefully y'all listened. Or listening. Let's see what's in the birthing position for Leo, please. Yeah, Page of Cups. Blurred lines everywhere. Alright, Page of Cups in the birthing position. Taking a better look at the things that just don't sit well with you emotionally anymore, and bringing some life into them, bringing more sustenance to them, and not being afraid to do so, because in doing that, you're practicing the High Priestess energy that unraveled within the reading, above the reading, and throughout the reading, at the beginning opening messages here, okay? To really trigger that Two of Quills, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Cups at this time of the beginning opening messages. Man, it's really bothering me that I don't know how long the screen was timed out. I really do apologize for that. It's fucked up. But the last time I did it, it really bummed me out so much that I didn't post a reading. So I'm gonna fire through the storm with you here and just go for it. All right. So yeah, there's an element of surprise here. Okay, and that's also coming from the Fish and the Cup here of the Page of Cups energy. You might be a bit disappointed of the people that have been taking you on a rodeo ride and just are not in it to want to respect you. They're just liking you. But what they like about you is what they take from you and don't know how to give back. And that makes it unfair. However, there are so many beings in this life and in many lifetimes to come, and that have pieces of themselves that they can teach from what they are and not necessarily what they give to you. So that's the knowledge that one can take from the High Priestess as well, because for that she understands why the Empress gets a bit more appreciation and complimentary eyes and a focus point than maybe the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is way more powerful than the Empress could ever essentially really be. Alright, so let's continue forward here. I know I gotta just pay attention here, because now this is driving me crazy because I can't change it right now. I'm gonna have to change it afterwards. Oof. This year of 2024, or the timeline of the digits 2024, hasn't been very easy for some of you. Yeah, anyway. Oof. Okay, the mask. Wow. It was bringing me back to 2020. The whole political ideology of going back home, staying locked up, putting on the mask. The lies of policies and mandates, the lies of just how the system and Leo energy knows about this. So I'm not going to dive too deep into it, because the rabbit hole fits and the rabbit hole fits, okay? But learning how to take the mask off, because it's all about learning when the right time it is to put on the mask. And then the sword. I'm hearing living by the sword, living by the air energy, air magic. That's also what Master Seventh is all about. It's about air magic. the energy that perpetuates breath, which gives the idea of when something is quote-unquote alive, all right? Now, it doesn't mean that plants aren't alive. They very much are alive, and they are breathing. So the art of living by the sword is living with honor, living with tradition, living with an understanding of self, of your light and your darkness, bringing attention to them with equal harmony, no matter what kind of tumultuous, chaotic life and changes it may bring, but that you're loyal to yourself. Alright, we have 10 of Cups, completion, 6 of Pentacles, kindness, and 5 of Swords, revenge. It's like my little minions getting up and prepping up and putting on their sovereignty suit and realizing the power of who they are. Because your emotions did not bring you here, but the lessons of understanding why your emotions are so loud did bring you here and is bringing you here. And is not keeping you here in this moment, because you're going to seek revenge. And this revenge is coming towards just meeting your resistance and looking it with kindness in the eyes and asking it what it wants. And then your maturity for having brought revenge attention to this energy of resistance is going to be enclosed with maturity to understand the wise choices that will need to be made, or that are understood are going to be done in the name of you in order to put you on the right, quote-unquote, path again. Quote-unquote, good or right path again, okay? All right. Some traditions can cause like subtle trauma, like this fucking ice cream music. Like, it's known, and it's like, if you speak almost to the wrong person, I don't even know how to explain this. The point, though, is that traditions can also be traumatic. Because, like, this music of the ice cream truck, it pings, yes, a memory that something can always stay the same. And then it can ping you into a time and space for when you've heard it and when the memories come flying in from hearing the song again. But there are certain times where hearing the same song over and over and over again can cause chaos to the mind. So imagine, if we would, what it could do to the memory within you. Is it triggering good things, or is it triggering nuanced energy for keep bringing it up in a subtle way that it can, for being just quote-unquote background noise? But if we bring attention to it, then we either can learn to appreciate it and making that decision. Notice, are we going to go have some ice cream? Watch the situation for how long the ice cream truck is going to be there. Are we going to make something out of this conscientious decision that we allow for this moment, for that song to rent space in our mind? And is it paying for that space in our mind? Or are we holding ourselves accountable for the fact that we just can't ignore it? That's what it means to kind of live in the Five of Pentacles energy and navigate through resistance and with resilience. And then understand that when people speak on Five Pentacles energy and say that, oh God, it's sad. Nah, let's turn that shit around. This is positive as fuck. Change is absolutely necessary. It is so necessary at the cost of anyone. It does not fucking matter. It is important. Does it hurt? Yes. Can it hurt people? Yes. Can it hurt you? Yes. Can it sting? Yes. Can a memory last for a very long time of how much it stung? Unfortunately, that is also a yes. Yet all the energies, all the alchemy, like the magic that happens, besides that little ping, is far more potent, far more special in bringing attention to that. When you bring attention to the narrative outside of the pain, that it can make and bring solace to the moment you're ready to look and search at and focus on the pain. Anyway, we have 18 change. Oh, wow. All this time I'm like holding this card and not looking at it and just like talking about this change energy, and this is the card of change. Powerful. Very powerful. Here, let's look at this. Okay, the beetle is the mask. Accepting darkness. And darkness is whatever you think it is not. Because whatever is triggered, that's not darkness. That's what you think your own darkness is, and you're just afraid to look at it. There are people who commit crime, and then there's crime committed for wanting to survive. It doesn't mean that all crime is darkness. To some people, and that ends up being a consequence due to the fact of wanting to survive. The silver lining is very, very thin, and one can cross it at any fucking moment and be vilified in any second. The person with 100 million thousand followers can lose 99 million fucking followers within one day of speaking the wrong thing. That's how fickle this existence is, and how one should never traverse in the light of having anyone paint them for what they are not, but rather paint the narrative within, that even when your time comes, whenever it comes, that you're content for living and listening to the inner you. We have raw enlightening. Wow, there's powerful messages here. Lots of eyes coming through here, navigating through your third eye and allowing it to trigger your intuition. Because that's the most powerful part of you right now, the third eye that's unopened or opened, triggering your intuition, because Leo is very emotional from the gut area, very needy and wanting to be something, wanting to get attention, and that neediness sometimes can be, instead of the yellow that it should be, solar plexus for your Leo energy, can morph into this orange red and be misunderstood. And it's because you can be nice and kind all you want, but there is a subtle energy of becoming prideful to knowing that you also deserve compliments, or a sense of recognition, returned love, acceptance, passion, intimacy, emotional availability. And then we have Shu, order, and peace. This is my Libra energy here, bringing you order and peace here, all right? Navigating from the triggering aspects of what you remember from your intuition, and your third eye wanting to trigger the truth from what the intuition cannot see, bringing order and peace within yourself. Navigating through feminine, masculine energy that navigates through the feminine energy of creation. And understanding creator is feminine energy doing the deed, and creator is the energy bringing attention to the feminine energy being the creator. Lots of synchronicities happening for this collective at this time. Navigating truths versus non-truths, yeses versus nos, leaving from an unhappy situation and traveling to a better situation. This is a longer journey for this individual. This will take time for this individual to trust themselves, to put themselves on and into and out of. However, this also speaks on older energy that it's taken a long time for this person to have been in this energy now. So see where you are and figure out your truths. Excuse me. Just a couple more cards, and then we are pretty much, I think, delivering what needs to be delivered at this time. Alright, we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Orange, red color here. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Alright. You've come a long way to understand the Empress energy, Leo. And yeah, it has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of readings that you've been listening to feed the emotional drama in your life at this time. But like this reading suggests, this reading will not provide emotional redemption. This reading will provide universal justice. It feels a bit different. If you're looking for more guidance for the part that resonated, that is different in this delivery of a reading, you may again benefit from the timeless messages that are over on my sister channel. Okay. Anyway, all right, Leo. I will leave the messages where they are. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. I will also ask that you take this moment to like or subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Take care.